And so the sun sets on day 999. Tomorrow will be day 1000. And I was too busy harvesting pumpkins with my fist to catch the sunset. So, yeah. Day 1000. It's a lot of days of Minecraft. Hello, I'm DB Productions, and welcome to my Minecraft world. I'm gonna be honest, this isn't really a video meant to be viewed. It's more like a time capsule for myself to look back upon. It is true that one day I will log off this world for the last time, but I see no reason why not to capture freeze frames of this world and its state for myself to look back on in the future. This video will be a nostalgia trip for me, and maybe you'll find what's in my world interesting. There's not much for 1000 days. First, I'm going to introduce this video with a little bit of a history lesson and just a recap of what I've been doing and the history of this world up until this point. I started this world on Tuesday, January 7th, 2020. Almost a year later, on January 5th, 2021, I uploaded the first footage of this world on my channel, a series of 3 videos where I attempted to quote-unquote beat a woodland mansion. As explained in the video, I did this only to get books to make an enchantment table, because I guess I was too lazy to make a cow and sugarcane farm. According to a comment left on part 2, the footage was actually recorded in 2020, but I don't have the original footage anymore to see the exact date. Sag. Anyway, in this video, my second death in this world is shown. I don't remember how I died the first time, but according to me in the video, the culprit was gravel. As we'll see later in the video in my statistics, Vex is still the only mob to have ever killed me. Unfortunately, I never showed an F3 menu in any of these parts, so I don't know what my day count was at this point, but I estimate around 75 to 100 days. The next footage was the Noobing in the Nether series. The first episode was uploaded on November 5th, 2021, but it was fully edited by September 20th at the latest. Again, no F3 menus are shown, so I don't know the day count, but I estimate it was somewhere in the 100 to 200 area. I was inactive in this world for a long time because I wanted to kill the Ender Dragon, and I wanted to stream it since it would be my first time soloing the dragon on PC. However, I never got a chance to, so ultimately I decided to just do it, and so began my fateful trip to the end. I killed the Ender Dragon. It wasn't that hard, to be honest. Then, I went to the End Islands, and I would never return to the Gateway or travel again to those islands. After looting several end cities and getting a ton of good loot, I was tired and wanted to return home. I typically bridged everywhere, but I was bored and wanted to quit, so I began pearling some gaps. And not long after that, I threw the pearl that would end my life. In Minecraft. I even knew it was a bad pearl, and I had my water ready. What I should have done was thrown another pearl back, but I didn't. And so my pearl hit the side of the island, I didn't get to place my water, and I ultimately fell out of the world and lost everything. And that's why my survival world no longer has a dragon egg. Nah, I'm just kidding. After falling to the void, I spent the next several hours grinding levels and getting my gear back. I ender-chested quite a lot of loot that made getting my gear back way faster. Some items include good armor, good swords and pickaxes, 2 elytras, a bunch of shulker shells, and the dragon egg. So much good loot, in fact, that to this day, I have never returned to the End Islands. I think anyway. I mean, I have killed the Ender Dragon twice, but after that day, I probably didn't log on to that world for more than like 10 minutes for almost a year. I estimate this took place around day 440 to 450. I have a few screenshots to share from my world's journey. This one was taken on August 24th, 2020 on my quest to find the Woodland Mansion. I believe it was taken on the way back from traveling around 12,000 blocks in the wrong direction because yes, I did that, and no, I can't read maps apparently. This next one was taken on the same day, on the same trip. Cool view. This one is the only screenshot I have with a day count shown in this world. It was taken on July 14, 2022 with a day count of 373. I note that it is taken before I rebuilt my potion brewing house. This one still looks very ugly. I'm unsure if it was taken before or after my end adventure, but I lean towards before due to the durability on the bow and the 52 levels. This screenshot, taken on August 3rd, 2023, features a husk with almost full diamond armor. I'm relatively certain this picture was taken after I went to the end, I believe maybe even the same day as I was grinding my good gear back. I make this assumption based on the level and the durability of the sword and bow. Finally, in early May 2024, I got a new laptop and I stopped playing Minecraft on my old laptop. I mentioned this in Cave Colonization episode 48, as it was the first Minecraft video I recorded on the new computer. I transferred a few worlds to the new one, including my survival world, and the journey continues there. The first and probably only notable screenshot of the world was taken on July 28th, 2024, showing off the first 2 builds of River City. The world's day count when it was transferred on May 7th, 2024 was 461. The world had been created for 1,587 days. To put that into perspective, 461 days were played across 1,587 real-life days on my old computer, and 539 were played across only 448 days on my new computer. If you're interested, I have a link to an unlisted video exploring the world on my old computer. It's a freeze frame of the state of the world the day it was transferred. Despite it being my old computer, I still use it pretty much every day. I just don't play Minecraft because it doesn't run Minecraft very well anymore. And that concludes the history lesson. On to the World Showcase. Alright, now that the heavy, boring stuff, like intro, is out of the way, let's see what the hell I've been up to for 1,000 days. And like I said, it's really not that much. This is my house. It's awesome and ugly. You'll have seen it in its state in the history lesson, but let's take a look inside. There really isn't much here. I have not really edited this house since its creation. Okay, I don't want those in my hand. I'm gonna use them. It's a house. The map still isn't even filled in entirely. Here's the kitchen, got a cake, some stuff, another table. It's very empty, and if I were to build this house now, it'd be a lot different. The upstairs is a little bit more modern. We have a bigger map that shows my entire base. We have the Z-clipping bamboo, which is interesting, I guess. We have this little thing, an empty item frame. I swear there was more flowers here and something in this item frame, but I don't know what happened to them. The upstairs is a little bit newer than the downstairs. For a long time, it just sat empty. That was my bedroom. We got the best flower in Minecraft, the blue orchid. There's not really much to see at the Savannah base, but this is my main base since the very beginning. I guess we'll go this way first. There's more to see over here. We go down here, we see the glorious artwork, which I've been meaning to redo, but actually, I think I'm going to leave it as it is. It's too iconic for me to change it now, even though I'm a much better artist and could probably fit something better in that little space. This is my brewing room. There's nothing up here, except for a couple of barrels. This is the front gate, and here we have a cat who's meant to ward off creepers, but doesn't. We have this cool piston door where each block retracts in a different direction. We have the outside. This stone brick wall was the longest building project I really had in this world, up until River City, which we'll see a little bit later. We got some exposed redstone here. I am not a very good redstone person, and also this was made many years ago. Here's this room with this stuff in it. Smithing room, I guess. Here's my storage room. It is a repurposed desert temple. What the hell is going on over here? I have not seen this in several hundred days. I didn't even know that was a thing. Is it like that on the other side as well? No, it's not. Something I want to show off is my music disc collection. I think one of the only music discs I don't have. There's one you can craft from shards in the ancient city I think I don't have, and I don't have creator. Here are my trims, and then the only other thing are my shards. Also, I have a couple of diamonds and stuff. I think that's everything for this side. Over here, we have my enchantment room, with this big hollowed out tree with this tree stuck to it and floating dirt. Why, I don't know. This is a mine, so if I go down here... You know what, I think I'm gonna put my armor on because I really don't want to die in this world. It would be really funny if I did. This is just like a mine, and down there is a deep slate mine. And then up here is the staircase back up, which I'm not gonna take. I'm gonna take the fast way. Awesome. Moving farther over here, here's my crops and storage room, my farms, my tree farm, a relatively new farm, the beehive for bees, obviously. There used to be water back here, and these 2 beehives never got filled. I wondered why for the longest time, longest being not that long. And it's because the bees probably flew into the water and died because water kills bees, and I forgot that fact. So I had to remove the water so the bees wouldn't die. So over here, you may notice that there's some doors that are along the wall, and they just lead into this passage. You can kind of just run the entire wall. And there's 2 towers. The sister tower to this one is over there, which we'll see. see. The upper part of the wall is unfinished. There should be stairs and slabs, but I don't care enough. Over here we have the back door with a less cool piston door, but this one had to be 3 high so I could ride my horse over to the village. Here's the back of my house and the back door. This redstone isn't typically here. This is for the fireworks display I'm planning to do, which hopefully is good. Here's a skylight for the beehive. Over here is my farms. I have managed to obtain 1 warm chicken, so that's cool. I hate chickens so much. And I have some other animals. Down here, there's really nothing to see. I haven't been down here in a long time, but this is a zombie dungeon and it's kind of an XP farm. And here is the staircase that went down to the mine. Actually, it's a different staircase, but it does go to the same place. Here is my horse, who I rode to the village for the longest time until I got on elytra. Here's some random trees, this pond, which is in a location, and the other tower. Not much to see. I think that's all for the Savannah base, honestly. So there are a couple of other things of note. Over here, we have this little oasis for this desert sheep, Sir Timothy. He's been here for a very long time, and I just recently actually built this oasis for him. Farther over here, a sign, rest in peace problem child, who died not too long ago. He was really annoying, a problem child if you will. That's why his name was Problem Child. This is a village that I did a raid at. I did the raid pretty early on when I was in Unenchanted Iron. I didn't die, but I did run out of arrows with my bow, so I had to go get more arrows and leave the raid going. This man here, oh, where is he? There he is the only survivor. Everybody else I put scalps in box, I think, or the ones that were in here just climbed up the ladder and got themselves killed. Average villager behavior. We do a fly over the Savannah base. I don't really like this base that much, but it was my first base, and I think it'll always be the base I consider home. The moon is rising. Here's my main village. I haven't really done too much here. I have cleaned up a couple of these buildings, and I will take a rest in my house here. But all in all, not too much to see in this village. But it is something in this world that has some significance, so I am going to show it off. But there's really not too much there. I really didn't start building in this world until pretty recently. Cave colonization has had a lot more building in it than this world ever has. This world isn't even as old as cave colonization. Before I leave Savannah base, I want to check the cactus farm. We have 3 stacks and 14. This cactus farm has been here since probably less than day 100, and boy does it suck. Here's my nether portal. As you can see, the nether has kind of been leaking out of it, and it's corrupted this tree. At some point I must have thought that was cool. I don't know, is it cool? You be the judge. Here's my nether base. I also hate this base. It is so ugly, but oh well. If I come up here, I have the train track, so I think I'm going to go to the lodge first. The lodge is the second base I built. Now we get to ride my incredible nether minecart. Very safe. I've been meaning to upgrade this, but I probably never will, honestly. It's too much of a pain in the ass. Here's my nether base over here. Not much to it. As you can see, it's new because it uses tough blocks. Nothing really this way. I haven't really explored the nether too much. There's a hideout shelter in here with some food. That is a lot of really not good food, but hey, whatever. And this says to the Savannah. The ancient Savannah is optional. This passageway will lead right back to that base as well. There's another door down here. So let's go through here and we can check out the lodge. So here's the lodge, my 0-0 base. So if I'm ever lost in the world, I can just go to 0-0 and there will be this base here for me. So it's got a farm over here. It does have a bamboo farm, which is interesting. That is a very tall spruce tree. What the heck? Alright, got this nice path around the outside. I'll be honest, I'm not really too much of a fan of this really high 2-block tall stone thing. I tried to do something a little bit different and I don't think it really works. We got this nice fountain made out of tuff because that was new at the time. But here's the lodge. There's a pressure plate. We got a table here, a map. Looks like an abandoned portal, the lodge, and nothing up there. Kitchen. Downstairs basement is a storage room with some utility blocks. Enchantment room, some stuff here, a 23 iron in there apparently. I have a dog here. I think this is my only dog, and for a long time my only pet besides my horse. Over here, wow, absolutely nothing. And then a room with a chest, an ender chest, armor stand, and a bed. If we exit the lodge, there is this path over here. I think that says welcome to the lodge. Can't read it, might need to glow that. But if we follow this path all the way down here, there's an abandoned mineshaft down there. By the way, it took me ages to farm all that oak wood, build that. It was so annoying. Over this nice bridge, over here, through this beautiful forest. This is all relatively new, by the way. I only started doing this around day 600, which wasn't really that long ago. This is the block I spawned on in this world. At this nice little gazebo thing. Alright, if you think I'm running back there, think again. We are flying. We are not plebeians anymore. I guess we can do a sky view of the lodge. And let's head back through the portal. This is exciting. Riding minecarts through the Nether. Will the pigmen be on the track? More often than not, yes. What is going on here? Oh my goodness. I've never seen... There's been a hoglin up here before, but not 2 hoglins and a piglin. What on earth? Where's my minecart? Oh, don't tell me it went back there. Thankfully we have more than one. Let's go to the Stronghold first. There's not much to see around the Stronghold, but I did do some work on it, so let's go check it out. And ugly. We're not going to look at it from the outside, because I really don't want to go outside. I wonder if I can sleep. No. Here's my Stronghold room. Got the Nether portal. It's covered in a deep slate. Got a diamond block, just flexing. This is really all I've edited. I think the staircase, there's obsidian right there. I think the staircase I came down is over there. That's the starter staircase. Over here we have the portal room. There's nothing in the end. And I don't want to go in there, so... I did actually make this end portal room look pretty cool, I think. But as you'll know from the history lesson, the end is not my friend. That rhymed. No visitors to greet us this time. Now, the long ride. That's not good. I hope nothing broke there. Before going that way, I'll just run really quickly to the fortress. It's not that far. This is the same Nether fortress as from Dubing in the Nether way back when. This portal goes nowhere. There's nothing here besides this ugly cobblestone blocks where the minecart ends. No way. Okay, and that's the blaze farm right there. Let's get out of here before this guy snipes me from Uganda again. Back in the minecart. I sure do love minecarts. And when the track ends, we arrive at this ugly ass place. The portal for the build I've spent probably the most time on, besides the Savannah base, River City. That's really random, but okay. I guess I've never been directly from the lodge to River City. That's really funny. Oh, I leveled up. That's okay. That is one of the moments in Minecraft, but Here's my house for River City. Here's River City. My house isn't much to look at. It's one of the first builds here. Is it another portal house? And I snagged a cherry from a wandering trader here, so you'll see cherry used. That's cool. That oak tree managed to escape the bounds that I put above to prevent big trees from growing. It decided it wanted to grow anyway. And so it did. Here's my village. I've done literally nothing except make a big ass wall around it to prevent the villagers from dying. And by last count, there was 11 iron golems here. I don't know if there still is, but it was kind of a lot. Welcome to River City. I spent a long time here, and it's not done yet. I just wanted to move on. Here's a storage room. There's chests in it. There's an upstairs to this place, apparently. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, okay. That tracks. I didn't even know that existed, actually. I'm gonna be completely honest. Over here, we have Sam's River City Smithing. And then another empty item frame. I think something happened with all the item frames. Oh, there's a cat here. Because I swear I put stuff in them. Hopefully nothing valuable. Over here we have the farm for River City. River City Farms. Not a very big farm, but I didn't really need crops. And in here is just all the crops and stuff. We have this little small area. I wanted to add more things like this, but I never did. We have this tree, which I absolutely love. This is Frank's Fishing Essentials, so fishing stuff in here. Some fish, nautilus shell, crab trap. There's a pufferfish. Out back, we have this little fishing contraption with a trap down there. And upstairs, I think it's just living quarters. Yeah. Barrels absolutely everywhere because barrel is such an amazing block. Moving right along, we have a blank sign, but this is the flower shop. A lot of these builds are like shops from cave colonization, but just built in a different way in my survivor world. And this is, I think, the first cherry. I just got cherry and I was like, I want to build out of cherry wood. Over here, I guess we'll go this way first. We have the strawberry cake. I like this one because it's like a Neapolitan cake. It's got chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. And like a chocolate and strawberry checkered floor. Cakes, cookies. I think up here is living quarters as well. A flow pot. Yeah, not bad. You can tell that my building style in River City, it's much more similar to in cave colonization with the trapdoors, flower pots. This is a rabbit farm because we of course need a rabbit farm. Oh, these are the candles. These are the candles I lit with the flame bow. So if you've been watching Cave Colonization, and I mentioned that just in episode 74 about the flame bow. Here is a map of River City. Here's River City. Pretty big place. The upstairs area. Again, lots of spruce trapdoors and flower pots. It'll be interesting to see if I do a day 2000 world tour, which I should, I probably will, how my building style has evolved. Over here we have the restaurant, which has no sign, but we have a little check-in desk and some tables. The kitchen with an exposed campfire apparently. I don't know why I check in barrels, there's never going to be anything in them. Got the VIP room. Extra storeroom. The upstairs to the living quarters. Pretty cool. And out here we have the outdoor eating area. I like those candles up top, they're pretty cool. And then across from that we have River City Carpentry. Richard's River City Carpentry? Yeah. Which just has a bunch of wooden stuff. You know, a barrel, a chiseled bookshelf, a beehive. And then over here just living quarters. I don't have that many books, so whenever you see a chiseled bookshelf, it's always empty. And out back, there's just some wood supply, you know, stuff you would need for carpentry. Over here, we have a little park area. Then another nameless shop, but this is like the pottery shop and the terracotta and the pots. Not too much going on in here, to be honest. That's the lighthouse. We'll go see the lighthouse last, I guess. Over here, we have kind of like the tavern and a masterpiece of interior decoration. So many barrels, so many spruce trapdoors. It's awesome. Over here, out of order, please not use this oven, thank you. This is like the old bar. The new one's over there. But up here, this is kind of like an inn, so we got a bunch of rooms. Not too complicated. We got the nice bridge over to the other side. Similar to Cave Colonization, episode 59. I really don't like this picture, I'm gonna be honest. And then, I don't know why I just randomly beefed with that picture. That was kind of funny. Got the pink room. The lime room, and then upstairs just a larger VIP room with a very nice low shelf. If we head across, more of the same, except more bland because this is the first half I built, but we do have some actual books in the shelves. So there should be carpet and the bed shouldn't be white. I just didn't have colored wool or dyes yet. And upstairs, I don't think there's anything. It's a stereotypical DB Productions attic. Random blocks, melons, pumpkins. Although there's no pumpkins in this one. Melons and hay bales, I guess I should say. Down here we have the bar and a jukebox and an orange cat and the actual oven. So I think that's every building. Let's go check out the lighthouse. Here's the lighthouse. It does work. Look at this. Conglomeration. So awesome. Up here we have the bedroom and another cat. Yeah, I have a lot of cats. I was trying to get a complete catalog. Then we have a study. Is there a lore in this? No, it's just a normal book, not a written book. There's even another level. I forgot how high this goes. Wow, there's not much in here. We got this candle thing that I stole from somebody else. But down here we have a quick way up. I hope I closed that door. And we have the view from the lighthouse. The River City view from the lighthouse. Truly one of the views. And you can see the light working. And how does it work? The best way ever. A minecart just going around in a circle. Oh, and a corner bush because for the lulz. And then down here there is this other area with like spare lamps. This painting. I think that's a note block. Yeah. And let's head down. Then there is one other building. All the way over here. There's an azalea tree right there, those. It's an azalea tree that I took all the leaves off of. But there's this other building. This old rundown building. With another conglomeration of shelves and stuff. And in this building, if we head down to this very mysterious hole, there's more shelves. And also a drowned farm. Oh, that guy's dripped out. So this is where I tried fruitlessly to get a trident before looking at the wiki and seeing that only naturally spawning drowns could spawn with a trident. And there is a skeleton dungeon, I think up there somewhere. So it's two dungeons right next to each other, which is kind of cool. Alright, let's get out of here. These water elevators are like the most technically advanced new Minecraft feature I have in my world. And that's really it for my world. There's not too much beyond that. It's just River City, Savannah, and the lodge. That's kind of it. There is one other thing that I suppose we can take a look at. Another build, not yet finished, barely even started. I'm gonna take this minecart with me. It doesn't have a station yet, so we do have to run down the minecart tracks. Right here, we follow the trail of dirt blocks over to this nether portal and hope no ghasts spawn, because they have been known to blow this portal out. Through here, it's not very far from River City, is what I've been working on. It's called the farm, and as you can imagine, I plan to make this area into one giant farm. This is a really big house, but there's nothing in it besides that parrot over there who really likes making creeper noises. There's a lot of floors to this place. So many dark oak logs mined. And also missing the stained glass windows, but let's see what this even is. There's a jungle temple right there as well. It's already been looted, but this is the farm. Let's go to this house instead, or this tree. It's just a big ass house. Now, is it a cool looking, impressive big ass house? I just jumped off a tree without my lights on? Yes. Is it very DB Productions with its exterior decoration? You better believe it. Also, it uses pale oak. I just mentioned this in Cave Colonization episode today when I'm recording this actually. 75, that I did use some pale oak and it doesn't look that bad. But this is the farm. As you can see, there's no farms yet, so it's a work in progress. This is my current building project. Alright, let's get out of here. And we're back. Also, really quickly, I wanted to show off how ugly this building actually is from the outside. Also, there's meant to be grass here, but grass isn't growing in Nether apparently. Well, look at this thing. It's so ugly. It's so ugly. Also, this little hole in the wall over here is my netherite. Oops. Netherite mine. I'm not going to go down there because it's a very, very confusing, winding mess. Let's go back through and move on to the next chapter of this video. So So as I mentioned at the beginning, I wanted this to be kind of like a window into the past, and I love befores and afters, so I figured let's take a look at my advancements and statistics. So up first, I guess we'll look at Minecraft, and I have everything except for Zombie Doctor, which I plan to get at the farm. Moving on to, I guess, Adventure. We can look through what I have. Monsters hunted, 33 of 37. Adventuring time, 52 of 54. I think I'm missing Snowy Slopes and Cherry Blossom. Is it Cherry Blossom? I don't know. So, I have some, not all of them. Nether. Here's what I have. I'm mostly curious about like the progress ones. For the end I have everything. At least I think this is everything. Husbandry, balanced diet, 39 of 40. The only one I'm missing is the God Apple, which I plan to get when I try How Do We Get Here eventually. 2x2, 9. Whole pack, 2 of 9. Complete catalog, 10 of 11. I'm missing the black one, which I plan to get from a witch hut. And is that everything? Where's Subspace Bubble? I don't even know. Oh, here it is. No, it's just that. So that's my advancements. Now let's check out my statistics. So I'm not really gonna look through this, but I have dealt 197,000 damage. So I'm not really too interested in this part, but 197, 109.2 versus 8,500 taken. I've killed a lot of mobs in this world. I've spent many nights out there fighting. Anything else interesting? I don't think so. One thing I do want to point out is from the history lesson I mentioned deaths. The only mob that's ever killed me is the Vex, which you can see in the Woodland Mansion video, but time since last death is 5.5 days. It's been a while since I fell out of the end. Number of death, 3. And that's about it. It's the only 9.5 days played here. 13,000 mob kills though. Only 1 cake slice eaten. Items, I'm curious about like what's the most, so I'm not gonna look through everything. I'm just gonna click like up here and sort by. So times mined, I know this one is Netherrack. 43,000. And stone, building the wall here. Spruce, grass, dark oak. Spruce leaves, interestingly enough. Deep slate, dirt, wheat, sand, oak leaves. Those are some unexpected ones, but I guess it's because I used to destroy every leaf. Times broken, the stone pickaxe, of course. Nothing too surprising here, no diamond tools, just like the stone iron ones and shields. I haven't got a long-term shield yet. Crafted, sticks, 24,000. Spruce planks, dark oak planks, stone bricks for making the wall, 6,000. Dark oak stairs, 5,208. A lot of those were used on the farm, and also River City uses a heck ton as well. Acacia planks, that is surprising. Torch, paper, iron ingot. What is this? Times crafted iron ingot, 3,000? Okay. Stone, you can craft stone. I guess smelted as well, and birch planks. Alright. Times used. Yup, the diamond pickaxe and diamond axe. And netherite pickaxe is coming up, but I do still use a diamond pickaxe for silk touch. Got like all the tools and wheat seeds and dirt. My upgrade to netherite is pretty recent. I mean, around day 500-600. Okay. Picked up. Yeah, netherrack, that follows. Dirt, cobblestone, seeds. Yeah, all the crops, because I'm constantly farming. And then spruce and dark oak, because constantly farming. Nether quartz, rotten flesh, bones, gunpowder, string, arrows. I have a looting 3 sword, so I get a lot of mob drops. And dropped. I don't know what this is gonna be. It's probably netherrack again. And then like dirt and rotten flesh or something. Oh, cobblestone, dirt's here. Rotten flesh and bones, but yes, it is another rack. Alright, that's my statistics. We go mobs, 2 bats, 243 blazes. Just scroll slowly through these. 1828 creepers, 3 elder guardians. I thought I had none, so I don't know what I'm missing from monsters hunted in place of elder guardian, because one of the ones I thought I didn't have is elder guardian. I've killed the ender dragon twice apparently. 4 evokers, never been killed by an evoker. I've killed 10 glow squids. They've never killed me. 2,097 husks. Only 3 salmon, 2,309 skeleton, like I said, 1710 spiders. I do a lot of mob hunting. 1 stray, 1 strider apparently. And here's Vex, the only death to a mob I have. Apparently I've killed a villager, and 3 wandering traders. I usually don't kill them. 938 zombies, that's my world. So I hope you've enjoyed following me around, and comment your favorite part of my world, I guess. I'm gonna do the fireworks display now. Hopefully it looks okay. I don't really know. record the outro now. Thank you for watching. We are now at day 1003. Cave colonization is still older at about 1150 days, but that's my world. Me in a few years is gonna have a severe nostalgia trip watching this video. I'm gonna look back and be like, wow, this world has changed so much. But if you made it this far, I hope you've enjoyed journeying around my world. But for now, I'm gonna say thank you for watching and goodbye.